Hello and welcome to the Shearwood Games Irregular update. Today we are going to talk about the Fleet Combat Kickstarter fulfilment process, the Solar Dominion miniatures game, MDF scenery kits and new games on the horizon for Shearwood Games. The last couple of months have been particularly difficult. When the Fleet Combat Kickstarter ended, I hadn't predicted that a global pandemic would completely paralyse the economy, disrupt international shipping and make getting hold of a large number of the things I'd kind of taken for granted very difficult. I really appreciate the patience of all of the backers of the Fleet Combat Kickstarter, and I'd like to extend my heartfelt apologies to those who haven't received their games yet and to those whose games have been impacted by events outside my control. Ongoing fulfilment is currently paused whilst I try and remedy some of the issues that have been brought to my attention by some of the US backers who've received their games, and like I said in the most recent Kickstarter update, I'm currently waiting on a shipment of new lubricant for the rings of the game. I've now received a new shipping date for that. They've missed the last two, so I'm not putting a huge amount of stock in it, but if all goes to plan, it will arrive end of this week, i.e. first week of August, and from there I can start to make the alterations to the already produced games, and I can start producing games once again and start shipping them out. I don't want to give a deadline for when I'd like to get the games out by, because there are too many things outside my control that I just can't predict. But I promise that I will keep everyone up to date through Kickstarter updates and hopefully more of these videos going forwards. Throughout all of this, I've also been making progress on the Solar Dominion miniatures game. In addition to the 3 factions revealed so far, I've also been working on a set of civilian spaceships. These will be useful for both civilian militia and pirates, as well as scenery and objectives. I'm currently tossing up, once the Fleet Combat Kickstarter is finished, to release these on their own, as several people have remarked that they'd also be useful for a variety of other space games. I'm not 100% sure on that, but I'll be releasing more pictures of both the 3D models and physical versions of the ships in due course. I'm also trying to work again on a digital version of it. I've been trying to get it into Tabletop Simulator, but Tabletop Simulator isn't really that great for war games, especially ones that require a level of physical dexterity like Solar Dominion. But once I've got more information on how that's going to work, I'll let you know. In laser news, we've got 2 new ranges of MDF scenery kits coming out in the near future. The first is a revamp of our half-timbered range from a couple of years ago. This will include 3 new mix and match kits perfect for either fantasy or Middle Ages historical collectors, and will allow you to create a small village with several customization options so that no 2 kits need to be built the same. In addition, we're starting our range of non-28mm stuff with a 15mm large church/monastery kit. Both of these include high amounts of engraving with very deep score lines, which means that they're a joy to paint. These will be available on the new web shop in the next couple of weeks. In addition, the existing Viking range is going to be split out so that you can buy the buildings individually. We'll also be adding up a new bundle to get the complete set at 10% off. In terms of other board games, we recently participated in the Needy Cat Game Jam and built a tile laying game called Rewilding. We're about to start playtesting this on a wider scale, and if you keep track of the Shearwood Games socials, we'll be announcing the details of that soon. But in short, if you like games like Carcassonne and want to fancy trying out a new similar game with a heavy nature theme, you'll be able to get a copy of the game for a small donation to charity and a promise that you'll give us some feedback once you've played it a couple of times. And that's a wrap for this edition of the Irregular Update. As always, thanks for watching. If you've got any comments, feel free to leave them below or email them to connor@shearwood.games, and I'll do my best to reply to every comment. Thank you very much, and see you next time.